The episode begins with Lang facing off against Wereth in a fierce battle. Wereth believes Lang to be a weak and pitiful opponent, holding a grudge against him. Lang unleashes his power and strikes Wereth, as he doesn't have time to fool around. However, Wereth disappears right in front of him, surprising Lang. He searches for him, only to have Wereth appear from behind, using gravity magic to clone himself multiple times, making it difficult for Lang to identify the real one. Wereth then attacks Lang with all the cloned individuals, but Lang uses his strength to fight back. Wereth keeps mocking him and vanishing again. Then, Wereth uses the magic of liquefaction to attack Lang, forcing Lang to crush the real person among the clones to end it all. Lang decides to utilize the entire battlefield to speed up the process, but he fails to use his magic once again. Suddenly, Wereth appears behind him and unleashes an explosive force. Lang tries to move, but realizes his legs are stuck, not knowing when it happened. Wereth throws stones at him, utilizing the Crown family's gravity magic, known for their lineage and weak skills. Lang decides to join Magia Lupus to develop his skills and fit in with their lower ranks. Moreover, he feels a sense of sorrow, believing that he will be stuck with the garbage and end up smelling like it. Lang didn't understand Wereth's intention, so Wereth explains that those people from Adler are garbage, and if he stays with them, he will be corrupted as well. People are supposed to surround themselves with their counterparts, and spending time with trash will drag him down to their level. However, if he stays with Magia Lupus, it will be amazing since they all possess great talent, excellent education, tools, and doses. Their environment is designed to bring out the best magic in them, making them stronger. Lang tells Wereth that his conviction isn't superficial enough to be concerned about the environment, but Wereth doesn't comprehend his words. From Lang's perspective, Wereth is beneath his level, and Wereth mocks him. Wereth uses his power to throw Lang against the wall, turning gravity sideways with the wall. However, this doesn't make a difference as Wereth solidifies the walls and ground in a marshy environment to absorb the impacts. Gravity magic requires a place to crush one's opponent, and as long as Lang doesn't discover this trick, Wereth is safe. Suddenly, Wereth realizes that Lang has been hurling debris, which formed on the marshy ground due to gravity magic, at him. He senses that Lang has already caught onto his trick against gravity. Lang tells him that people become stronger in a better environment, and it seems that his environment is superior based on his logic. Wereth thinks deeply about his situation. Being born with 2 marks and possessing greater magical power than anyone else, he feels that his destiny was inevitable. When he was in Easton since middle school, it was a given that he would join Magia Lupus, where he received exclusive training from the elite Lang. He believes that he is incredibly strong and it would be impossible for him to be anything less. However, he takes out a tube from his pocket containing a concentrated magic essence extracted from other students, a reward given to him by Magia Lupus. When he takes this dose, his magical power increases to prove himself to Lang or anyone else. Then a colossal monster appears, and Wereth informs it that all magic has layers, such as basic magic, personal magic, and the advanced conditional magic. But this monster is different from the magic used by single-marked individuals. It is high-level magic that only those with specific 2 marks can unleash, and only a few worthy individuals can use it. Wereth recalls when he learned that his accomplishments were what defined his worth in this world where magic means everything. His magical abilities determine his worth, and those who possess magical eligibility have value, while those who don't have no value. Returning to Wereth and Lang, he commands the monster to attack Lang, but Lang manages to escape because he knows that Wereth doesn't understand anything. Then Lang uses his power to create torture poles, torturing Wereth's monster because it exerts a strong gravitational force towards them. He then pulls the monster, surrounded by the pillars from all directions, with gravity, and tears it apart. Lang has managed to defeat Wereth's most powerful spells, leaving Wereth in shock. But Wereth remembers his father telling him that his goal is to become the first in Easton, and entering the council alone won't make him worthy like the others. He still feels worthless in his father's eyes. Then Lang tells him that this book belongs to him, which Wereth had dropped on the ground and seems worn out from frequent use. Wereth realizes that what gives an individual value is the values of their parents, the value of their position, and social status more than anything else. According to Lang's words and actions, it seems that they were both raised in the same manner. In that environment, it appears that one's value is determined by eligibility and status, but Wereth differs from that perspective. He doesn't like the way Lang speaks and acts, but he still respects all the effort he puts in. Lang walks away, leaving Wereth alone with his thoughts, feeling a deep sadness that Lang is right, he has never become a worthy person. Then we see Mash with this man who starts attacking him. The man manages to wound Mash in his hand, making it impossible for Mash to defeat him. The man then uses his power, and Abyss attacks Mash, delivering multiple blows. The man tells Mash that they cannot be compared, and now Mash understands that he can continue his challenge with his knowledge. However, he won't go easy on him. Mash tells him that none of that matters, all he wants is to live in peace with his family. Abyss tells him that their situations are similar, but those thoughts are probably the result of blessings from those around him. Abyss asks Mash to show him his best. Then he uses his magic, revealing something. Abyss tells Mash that this device drains magical power, and in 30 minutes, his friend will lose her magical power, her mark, and her ability to use magic forever. She will become just like Mash. Doesn't that make him happy? Mash tells him that if he's serious, his mask will shatter into pieces. Abyss uses his power and attacks Mash, becoming incredibly fast, and delivers a blow to his abdomen. Abyss tells him that in the end, Mash can't save anyone. Abyss wants to draw his sword, but he doesn't know that Mash is holding it. Abyss is surprised, and Mash says that his abdominal muscles are extremely tight. Mash attacks Abyss with a powerful strike, breaking the mask. Mash is surprised and says that the red eye is a dead eye. Abyss responds that this eye is called the Devil's Eye, and it cancels out the magic of anyone it gazes upon temporarily. Magic is everything in this world. Mash tells him that he can't use that eye on him at all. Abyss says that the natural enemy of all magic users is that people have always been afraid of and hated him his entire life, even his blessed parents couldn't understand. There are people in this world who should have never been born. Then Abyss uses his power, surrounding them with a circle of his energy, and attacks Mash, delivering blows and saying that he was surprised by Mash's weakness and that this field reduces the speed of anyone other than him. He continues to strike Mash rapidly, saying that Mash won't be able to touch him again. This is the end. Then something strange happens. Mash moves and strikes the ground with his hands, surprising Abyss. Abyss exclaims that Mash still possesses a great deal of power even after he slowed him down. Mash strikes Abyss, breaking his sword, and Abyss realizes that Mash had divided the ground to narrow his movement path. Mash continues to deliver powerful blows, astonishing Abyss with his strength. Abyss acknowledges that Mash is incredibly strong, and there is a gap in power between them. Mash grabs Abyss firmly, strikes him, and he falls to the ground, breaking the circle of power. Abyss says that all he can do now is think. He explains that he was still a small child when his eyes appeared, shocking his parents. Of course, they were ashamed, like children without a mark. His existence was abnormal in this world. They locked him in a dungeon in the basement, so people wouldn't know about him. At specific times, they brought food to his cell. That was his life for a while until the day his parents tried to kill him. They had reached their limit, having a child like him. He should have never been born. But Apple needed him even if he was just a tool. He couldn't even live up to their expectations. He returned to being unwanted by anyone. Abyss agrees that Mash is probably blessed, and he can't even imagine himself in Mash's place. But they can become friends. Tells him it's impossible as long as he possesses that eye. Abyss' stance towards him will change someday. But let him give him a piece of advice in return for his kindness, don't go any further because he can't defeat Apple. What Mash saw when facing him was just a fraction of his true power. Even if Mash gained some endurance in this victory, he thanks Abyss and says that he will have to hit him even harder. He also states that his opinion won't change towards Abyss, no matter how much the world hates him or what others say about him because of his eye. That's how he was raised by his honorable grandfather. He is a person who can't use magic. They should have cream puffs next time. Then Mash leaves, and thus ends episode 9. Stay tuned for the next episode, but please subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell.